trying to drop 40 right in the booth.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Good evening, Kevin. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander loves getting to the rim. Last season, he led the league in drives per game by a wide margin. Matter of fact, he drove the most that we've ever seen since they started tracking the stat back in 2013. His blend of length, strength, and craftiness has been remarkable to watch. Guys?
Like you, David, on the sideline. Boy, I love Gilgeous-Alexander in his game. D.A., thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Reggie Bullock, Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for Oklahoma City, they've got Favors, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Lou Dort. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
Yeah, and that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And Giddey gets it to go.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Doncic passes to Powell. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. And there's the foul. That's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Now, here's Brunson. Doncic outside. Hands it from downtown.
At the arc, Doncic can seem unstoppable. You've got to guard him closely out there. You can't give him any space or he'll hurt you.
Here's Dort. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is off. Great D that time from Powell. Here's Bullock. Thunder with the rebound. Powell with the steal. Doncic left side. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now, here's Doncic. His scoring has been the engine that drives him. His average is all the way up around, 36.5 points a game. Wow.
And you know you're special when you're drafted 3rd and people still can't believe you slipped that far. That's how good Doncic has been in his young career. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now, here's Doncic. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. It dropped for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. And Greg, at the time of the 2018 draft, Luka Doncic was regarded as the best international prospect ever.
And that sounds right because, coming from Europe, a lot of people assume that he's got a low ceiling, but he's surpassing all those expectations.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Powell with the steal.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness. And I'm just here to tell you, I don't think he has it.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the play of Doncic drawing comparisons to so many all-time greats. But, Greg, the one that stood out to me, they said he's a combination of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. What do you think?
And it just makes sense. With his passing and shooting, you throw in the step-back game of James Harden, you start to see why he has become such a problem for this league.
All free throws good from Doncic.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Brunson. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And here is Dort after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Powell with the steal. Here's Bullock. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Doncic outside. Good work there as it goes. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Mavericks fourth.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Giddey. Out to the wing. There's the lob to Dort.
And hard to decide which one's better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Back to Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Doncic has got 18 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Mann, guarded by Doncic. Mann passes to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting it.
Now, here's Doncic. 18 points for him. Puts up a three. Another three for Dallas.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Dort. Shoots over Bullock. Dort misses. Dallas leading by 13. Bullock with it. Dort covering. Here's Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. Back to Bullock. Shot from free throw range. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Doncic.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And it's Bullock in the corner. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Kuszewski grabs the miss.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
There's a good screen. Passes it to Favors. Here's Giddey. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Mann. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 13-point lead. He kicks to Doncic. A three ball. The Thunder pull it in. Kuszewski's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dort. The Thunder with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Bullock passes to Finney-Smith. Brunson with a clean look. And the three off target. Thunder trailing by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And there's the drive. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
For the Thunder, Roby, he's checked in for Favors. Baisley comes in for Pokuševski. And it's Kenrich Williams in for Dort. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Bertens comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here now the Thunder. 15-point game. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Got plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. It should make for some fairly high drama.
And as you can see, he still wears Hardaway Jr. on the back of his jersey, Clark, showing respect for the path his father laid.
And, Kevin, how cool is that? You know, his dad, Tim Hardaway Sr., was an all-star point guard. And even if Junior never makes an all-star game, he certainly is making his father proud. That's a real cool story, the Hardaway.
Giddey, the pass to Baisley. Good on the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
To the middle. Here's Roby. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Doncic outside. Hardaway sets a screen for Doncic, and it's in there. Doncic has got 25 points in the game.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And it's Williams with the jam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. That 3 off the mark. Thunder trailing by 17. Man passes to Baisley. Bertans grabs the board. Doncic left side. Not this time. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Dallas leading by 17. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Travis Bertans out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So it's the Thunder now, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. He takes it in. Here's Baisley. Can't get it to fall.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
That's his first.
And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies.
That's a line for
Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin, and a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
You know, you look at Hardaway Jr. right now. I think efficiency is everything, should be the priority for him. I think he has the talent, no doubt, but just needs to play to his strengths a little bit more.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Okashevsky's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Brunson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Thunder trailing by 19. Dort with the ball.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Williams against Hardaway. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded, and that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in.
Checking in for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the paint. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 19. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Coming into last season, the Thunder had posted a winning record every year for more than a decade. But when they decided to rebuild, they went all in and promoted their G League coach, Mark Daigneault, to head coach. He said adversity tests the connection of the team, tests everything, and shows you who you are. Guys?
Good way to start. Thanks, D.A. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Dallas.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Roby. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kleba with the rebound.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Dinwiddie's very cerebral.
And you know what, Greg? I love what he said. I mean, he said, I think there's a difference between internal confidence and situational confidence. That's a beautiful, profound statement. He believes in himself regardless of his environment and attributes that belief to his upbringing and his family support.
And the first one at the line is good. Derek Favors checked in for Oklahoma City. The Mavericks also with a sub. Powell's checked in. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Dort against Brunson. Steps back. There's the pass to Pokusevski. And to the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You take a look at Dort. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
All right, look who's coming out to the court. Come on, get loud for your Thunder Girls.
He's checked in for the Mavericks.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's getting around 20 points per and 5 assists. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now Dort. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to end the run. No good there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Dinwiddie outside. Lock at 6. A three-pointer, no good. The Thunder shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Dinwiddie left side. Back to Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Brunson against Dort. Brunson no good. And here now the Thunder. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Driving in. Makes it off the glass.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Favors with a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander off the left rim and out.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Brunson, no good. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Indiana. Powell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Roby. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Pokusevski. Off target from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. There's the drive. It's deflected. Dort against Brunson. Dort passes to Favors. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Pokusevski. Favors with the screen. Pokusevski with the bucket. Pokusevski's got his first points of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Girls!
He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Dinwiddie passes to Bullock. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Baisley. Bertans defending. Baisley passes to Giddey. Doncic with the steal. It's rebounded by Giddey. Oklahoma City shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Five on the clock. The pass to Mann. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dinwiddie right side. Stolen. Here's Mann. Dinwiddie covering. Mann passes to Roby. Pass to Dort. Here's Giddey. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Tries the spin move.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Almost, but it rolls out.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Now, here's Dort. Here's Baisley. Count that one. Baisley's got his second bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Doncic. Now here's Powell. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. It's good. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, very easy that time for Powell. He's not going to miss that one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Baisley. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Baisley. No good on the 3. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Doncic outside. Baseline J on the way. Count that one. Doncic has got 27 points.
You know, Luka's one of those players where the mid-range shot is really a weapon for him, not just an afterthought. I mean, he is lights out from that distance.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint, and if we can continue to do that, puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. Kenny, did you circle specific games on the calendar?
Always the top teams. Everyone wants to beat the best, Ernie.
So let me get this straight. You just circled all your losses?
Oh, big fella's got jokes.
And taking a look now at that first half, what a showing it's been so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to you.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Lou Dort out there with Favors, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And it's Bullock missing. The Thunder shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Brunson, and Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first points of the game.
And Lou Dort has made a name for himself on defense. Viewed as a superstar stopper, well, he's earned it with his play.
Now here's Powell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Brunson, and the rejection by Favors.
Oh, great defense from Favors. Has that sense for when to go for the block.
Here's Giddey. Brunson covering. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Greg, the way Dort has handled guys like LeBron and Harden, he does as well as anyone when it comes to defending them.
Yeah, I mean, he's small but strong and really hard to bump off his spot. Quick enough to stay with anyone on their drives and just turning into a great shutdown defender.
Williams, he's checked in for George. Here's Giddey. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drives to the hoop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drive.
Now here's Brunson. He has 6. And it's Doncic missing. And the pass to Giddey. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he goes in for the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Brunson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
The 3 for Doncic. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 30. Brunson. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Pass to Pokusevski. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Tops in scoring. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
For your Thunder, Alexei Pokusevski, shooting 1. Timeout call for the Thunder. All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for Team Dirk. Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Girls.
Travis Bertans checks in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. Fifth, the Mavericks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
One shot.
Mavericks leading by 23. Outside Hardaway. From deep. Dallas again missing. Now the Thunder with it. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Here's man. Brunson covering. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
First one falls for him. Roby, he's checked in for Pokuševski. So he gets them both. And so here is Dallas. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Doncic right side. Drains the 19-footer. Doncic has got 32 points in the game.
Doncic is such a confident player. He knows he can fire off the catch whenever he wants to.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses both hands to slam it down.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer.
Yeah, it's still a big hill to climb. I mean, it was essential that they at least made some kind of dent in that lead before we got to the fourth quarter.
Doncic uses the glass to finish the way. Doncic has got 34 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Man passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 23. Doncic left side. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Doncic with the steal. The shot's good from Brunson. Brunson's got 8.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-Star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's Roby. Bertans defending. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. 3 on the clock. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Man can't hit. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Doncic passes to Brunson. From downtown, and it's Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Dallas. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 39.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Hardaway against Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Nothing is falling for him right now. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Greg, you think back to when Gilgeous-Alexander came to the Thunder, came over in that Paul George trade. He exploded after that deal.
Most of the focus on the picks the Thunder got, but Gilgeous-Alexander has been the biggest return by far. Exploded once he arrived with the Thunder.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team.
Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Reggie Bullock comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Luka Doncic. And so he hits both. Here's Dallas. They're on a 13-4 run.
Oklahoma City foul.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Paladon's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder, Teo Balaton.
On defense, the Thunder. Bertans, a screen on Dort. And here's Bullock. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. The 3 sinks the three-pointer.
Reggie Bullock.
Bullock's got 5 points so far.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Melodon. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Outside Hardaway. Now here's Bullock, defended by Dort. Dinwiddie kicks to Bertans. Dinwiddie outside. Powell sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Hardaway for 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
3 points.
Dinwiddie's got 6 assists in the game. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Baisley passes to Roby. Shoots over Powell. And that one's good by Roby. Roby's got his second bucket of the night.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Right side Hardaway. Dinwiddie outside. And it's Bullock in the corner. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, I think they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
It's Dort on the wing. Shoots over Bullock. The 3/4 of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. The Mavericks on top. Just dominating this one. And we'll be back with you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Green. Brown out there with Ntilikina. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 4 spot.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Ntilikina passes to Dinwiddie. Marjanovic with a screen for Dinwiddie. Passes it to Marjanovic. Here's Ntilikina. Dallas needs to get off a shot, and that one is good. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Melodon. That one drops for him.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Ntilikina passes to Dinwiddie. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Puts it up from 12, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Oklahoma City shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Jerome, guarded by Marjanovic. And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit longer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Okashevsky's checked in for the Thunder. Kenrich Williams comes in for Wiggins. And Dallas with a change here, too. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
They set the pick. Here's Jerome, guarded by Marjanovic. Jerome, no good. The Mavericks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Brown the pass to Ntilikina. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Ntilikina's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Jerome. Guarded by Green. Picked his pocket. Ntilikina looking it over. And he banks in the lane. Ntilikina's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Takes it inside, and the shot goes down.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Marjanovic. And for the first time in 2021, Clark, we had the full play-in tournament featuring the 7 through 10 seeds. What'd you think of the new format?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, again, part of it was we're coming out of a pandemic, and so we're starving for all things sports, and this added another level of excitement to, I think, the best game in the world, NBA basketball. You had Steph against LeBron and AD. So I think it was a pretty awesome result overall.
Here's Williams. The Mavericks making the shot. And there's the pass to Jerome. 4 on the clock. Great D that time from Green. For Dallas, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the 4th. A perfect 6 for 6. Pound kicks to Ntilikina. He can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Here's Jerome, guarded by Green. Driving inside. Jerome, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Pass to Marjanovic. And he lays it straight in. Marjanovic has got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Dallas. They're on a 15-6 run. Green passes to Ntilikina. To the right side. The 10-footer. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Green. Passes to Ntilikina. Goes back up. Akusevsky grabs the miss. Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. With the step back. There's the pick. From the line. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Davis Bertans checks in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Sterling Brown. Hardaway's checked in for Green. And Doncic is subbed in for Ntilikina. No good on the second free throw. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Now here is Hardaway. On the wing, Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Doncic has got 43 points.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Doncic. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. They set the screen. Here's Hardaway. He takes it in. Off target at the rim.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Giddey. Guarded by Hardaway. Well, Clark, with the success of the play-in tournament, Commissioner Silver pushing for a mid-season tournament with the winning team earning $1 million per player.
You know, Kevin, adding additional games I think would be a challenge. I'm not quite sold on that, but I do know that $1 million would incentivize role players. The question is whether or not star players would be as motivated to add more games in the middle of the season.
It's not going to go for him.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Can they get it? That one off the back iron and out. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. And stolen by Favors. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Dallas. Bertans got 4 rebounds in this game. Hardaway with it. To the inside. It's tipped.
2 minutes remaining in the
outside,
game.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Giddey the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it, but at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now, 4 down.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Now, here's Kleba. 2 on the clock, and he sinks the layup.
Maxi Kleba.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Now, Hardaway. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, you know, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Luka Doncic.